Hello YouTube, hello world, how is everyone? You all better be doing great, okay? Because we're about to do great things, okay? Now, the last video I uploaded, I show footage of uh, boxes of paperwork that I have accumulated over the years, mostly within the last year, between last year and this year. I am actually in the middle of a, how you say, a bitter court case. All right. It turns out that my landlord submitted paperwork in the Brooklyn Housing Court, and the paperwork, it was not only falsified, it was processed incorrectly. And when I spoke out on it, I'm being told that I was wrong, when in all reality the paperwork was submitted incorrectly and it was falsified. Okay. um Now, all my problems began, I would say, when I originally started doing music in 1993. Um, it turned out my mother heard my voice on the radio um, one Saturday, and once she heard my voice, I was like, "Oh shoot, I'm on the radio!" And then she was like, "Oh, so you're rich," and as a result of that, what she did, she actually got three life insurance policies, and she kicked me out. One was for myself, and my two sisters. All right, and she put me out on the street, and I fell into the cracks of, well, actually, the drug dealers in those days were the ones that took me in and took care of me. I really didn't. They knew that I was destined for great things, and they didn't want me getting involved in drugs and stuff like that. When I originally came to the United States, um, the crack cocaine pandemic was a big thing. Uh, Also, the LBGTQ was also the two big topics, LBGTQ and crack cocaine. All right. Um, Never smoke crack, and I have no intentions of smoking crack cocaine. Okay. Uh, Disclaimer. All right. Um, Also, I would like to apologize in advance for offending anybody in any way. I believe the things that I would be saying now and in the future may trigger some people. So, that being said, I would like to apologize in advance. All right? Um, this is actually my story, okay? My truths. I was raised, my grandparents say, speak the truth and the truth would set you free. But once I crossed customs in 19 December 1988, yeah, it was 88, December 27th, I think. Once I crossed customs and I got my green card, mommy told me everything in America is a lie. And if you want to make it in America, you have to lie. Because if you tell the truth, you could get prosecuted and even killed for telling the truth. Okay? That's what my mother told me. I would like to apologize for making that statement because that statement I now know is a form of gaslighting. Okay? Um, Gaslighting is a form of narcissistic abuse, like I mentioned earlier. And the things that I'm learning right now, I am doing my best to learn how to deal with it as well as how to go about coping and learning more about it. So when I'm confronted with it, I know how to deal with it. Okay? Um, the state of the world is, in my opinion, a result of abuse of power. Okay? Um, yeah. I'm not only a singer songwriter, I'm also a licensed real estate broker. I've been in 2000, I believe, yeah, 2000, I became a real estate agent. And the same day I became an agent, one of my friends, they they were shot and killed by NYPD, and that that experience left me traumatized. Okay, and as a result of that, um, the loss that I suffered, I took that energy and I put it towards learning all that needs to be learned, or basically the basics of real estate. I've learned from construction, go right back to the clerical work. All right. I would love nothing more than to practice real estate. However, and music. However, due to the virtue of my residency and where I reside, I'm having issues. There's a conflict of interest in practicing. My landlord is a $1 billion non-profit organization, Breaking Ground, and they have ties to everything: politics, religion, the show business. I think they got connections with Netflix, I think. Yeah. The neighbor, I saw the neighbor on Netflix. You know? So as a result of knowledge of self and becoming a citizen, they started creating stories about me, telling lies. Um, all of this started when I began getting abused by my coworkers. I I was working at um, a company that is affiliated with the mental health field. Excuse me. That I was a direct care professional for over 10 years, 15 maybe. We were always short staffed, so I was always on the job. And once became a citizen, everybody wanted me to marry their cousin, who want me to marry their cousin, to help them get their paperwork. Um, uh, I started dating because they told me I need a wife, I need a woman in my life because basically I live alone. I wouldn't say I'm lonely. It's just that due to circumstances beyond my control, uh, it would create a conflict of interest, and I might end up in jail if I have a woman living with me or being in my, you know, everything I do is being um, funneled to social media, Instagram, Facebook, um, WhatsApp. Oh, you wouldn't like to see my WhatsApp. I get all these nude calls from what is that area code? What is that area code? Yeah, 876 876 876 876. Pure 876 876. Wee hours of the morning, and it's all pornography. So I don't really use WhatsApp anymore unless I really have to. It's actually a phone. I call it my Wi-Fi phone. Okay. Yeah. Um, what I'm about to say may offend. It's not my intentions to offend anybody in any way. Um, intentions and our intention is basically a goal without a plan. All right, so I don't have any plans of hurting anyone in any way, whether it be physically, mentally, or verbally, or spiritually for that matter. That's also a problem. Okay. This is messy. No fault of mine. Uh, Once I became a citizen of the United States, I had a female coworker who I later on found out she was bisexual. They used to have what dildo parties. She would sell dildos to my coworkers. All right. First, her daughter told me that her mother would always be arguing with her father, and I never really paid it any mind because she was a good friend of mine. We actually went to high school together. And I told the daughter, your mother is, she's, how you say, she's probably going through menopause. That's why she's upset. Don't pay it no mind. Eventually she'll calm down. But when I denied her how I should say this. She wanted me to marry her cousin, and I was doing my best to build a rapport with her cousin, but then her cousin would just ask me for minutes. Oh, can you send me some minutes? Okay, I'll send her what, put $20 on a card, and that's it. Oh, could you send me some minutes? Could you send me some minutes? But then I went back and I'm like, yo, what's up with this? Only minutes? What? No getting to know. What's up with that? Uh, I don't want no part of that. And as a result of that, she forced herself on me. All right. I never really thought about it, you know, until recently. Um, was it a few days ago? I was telling somebody about my single, and they mentioned, what are you gonna be talking about, sex? And that dawned on me, and that's when I realized, oh shoot, Marlon, you know you get raped, right? But heterosexual, you're heterosexual. They ain't gonna listen to that. Yes, I was raped by my coworker, and I was forced to perform oral sex on her on numerous occasions. It got to the point where I would ask her if, yo, we good, right? You know, because it it was so silly, you know. And at that time, I wasn't dating anybody because I spent more time at work than at home. Okay, and sometime this week I saw I got something in the mail where I'm named in a class action lawsuit against them. PDS. What PDS is? Where's the paperwork? Let me see. Give me a second. Come back. Yeah. Program Development Service Inc. That's a non-profit organization that assists individuals with mental health issues, and you know, individual with that doesn't that's unable to fend for themselves. And it was very rewarding because I learned a lot, you know. When I broke my tibia, I had to fend for myself, even though I was living with my mother, which was very abusive to me during that time. Um, my mother would wake up in the middle of the night, 12, 1 o'clock, and just start beating me just like that. And then when I'm up and she's beating me till she's tired, she would send me to go read the Bible. The last time she did it, when she beat me and then tell me to go read Revelation. And when I started asking her questions about Revelation, boom, that's when she took me to the hospital and tell them, oh, he think he's God. But then recently, I'm hearing other artists calling themselves God. So I was like, okay, I guess that's the new thing now. I guess, well, I guess I'm ahead of my time. When I was hospitalized for that. you know. Anyway, make a long story short, I just would like to live my life the best way I know how and get away from this toxic environment that I'm in. All right. Bullying is not right, and what make it bad for me is the people that are bullying me are the people that I was expecting to be supportive of me. All right. I contact the governor, the DA office, uh, you name the agency. I contacted them, and to no avail, no help. So I strongly believe that there should be laws written for what is it? Cults and secret societies and narcissistic abuse. Okay, what we are experiencing in society is a reflection, or how you say projection, I think is the word they're using. Projection is, what's projection? Projection is when you feel they're telling you how they feel, but they're making you feel that it's you, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, I could only give opinions, I cannot give advice. All right. Due to the virtue, I'm a licensed real estate broker. Like I said, that was given to me, that I studied and I still do, and it could also be taken away. All right. However, I've been practicing my fiduciary responsibilities for so long that even if they were to take it away from me, it's already in my DNA. So it's not in my nature to be disrespectful to anybody in any way. And the fact that I'm a heterosexual male and I'm I was abused and nobody did anything about it, even when I spoke out on it, that's the issue. Now, the next tape, the next take, we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of the thing. All right. Now, as a nationalized citizen, I think it's important for citizens, born citizens of the United States, to know this. Um, when you become a citizen of the United States, you have to renounce certain things. Okay, where's that application? Yeah, I burst the seal on my paperworks for immigration in my last video. I didn't upload it yet. It's like 50 minutes long, so I'm thinking as to whether or not I should post it. But anyway, the last page, they ask you to renounce. They ask you, I further renounce whatever title. So, um, King Tiano, um, me being King Tiano, I would have to renounce my kingship as a result of being nationalized. Okay, the even the Duchess he had was to, well, I don't know if he's a citizen as yet, but when he reached that bridge, he would have to renounce all of his powers that was bestowed to him by his family. Okay, um, I renounced everything, including religion. Okay, growing up, my first trauma from religion was seeing I'm having Sunday breakfast, and I usually don't eat. I eat, but I don't really eat much. Um, my family would tell you I eat like bird. I pick my food. Okay. And one Sunday I was a little kid, like maybe between 5 and 6, no older than 7. We're having breakfast and I'm not eating. So my step grandfather went to go get the belt to give me a beating. Back in Trinidad, yeah, they used to. I don't know if they do it now. It's over 30 years I'm here. Getting beatings was a thing. You spare the rod, you spoil the child. That's their way of thinking. Okay, so he went to go get the thing, the switch, and by the time he come back, I'm crying, and he's like, "Yo, I ain't hit you yet, and you're crying." And then I point at the TV, and yeah, he was like, "Oh, okay, you're sensitive." I'm not gonna tell you what am I. Anyway, I'm very sensitive to other people pain. What I do um, in talking to me, I literally put myself in your position, and based on what you tell me and what I know, I would do my best to assist you in whatever way I can. If I can't help you, and I know somebody that can, I will. All right. As a licensed real estate broker, I am obligated to assist in any way that I can. Okay, and I take that seriously, even though I'm unable to practice the way I really would like to. Okay, as a matter of fact, I'm considered a grandfather in the business, but I'm living like pauper because of how the system is. So we need to change the system. All right. Having drug addicts threatening my life, and I'm speaking to the landlord about it. By the way, it's two different entities running this building, you know, and well, I'm hoping that everything would work itself out. All right, I'm looking at the time. It's almost a half hour, so I would end it here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Right, and I see you on the next take. All right.